During jury selection, if you were to ask an attorney how long they expect the case to take, why is it that the attorney is always going to give you a wishy-washy answer? You want to know why? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney. So let's say you appear for jury selection, and now you get put into a smaller room with 29 other strangers. And now somebody raised their hand and says, "Excuse me, how long do you expect this case will take?" And the attorney who represents the injured patient says, "Well, I think it might take 5 days, it might take a week, it might take 2 weeks, I'm not really sure." Why would the attorney give you an answer like that? I'll tell you why. It's because the attorney doesn't know the answer to the question. They don't want to give you a false sense of how long this case is actually going to take, and there are a number of reasons for that. The first is that the judge controls how long the case takes. The judge controls when we start the trial and when we end the trial. The judge controls when we start in the morning, when we break for lunch, when we start after lunch, and when we end for the day. The judge controls all of that. Now, there may be a problem with bringing in a particular witness, which means we can only bring in a witness on a certain day. That is going to extend the time. Also, you should know, the judge has other matters to deal with on a regular basis. So typically during one day out of the entire week, the judge will say, "Listen, I'm not having court this day, or I'm not having court on this particular morning, because now I have to deal with other cases that I'm handling." So that will extend the time that this case goes on. But that question comes up in almost every single jury selection. The jurors want to know, how long do we expect to be there? And the attorneys turn around and say, "Well, we're not really sure. It could be a few days, I have a few witnesses, my opponent has a few witnesses, but the judge's schedule we're not yet familiar with. We have not yet been assigned to the particular trial judge who's going to be trying this case. We don't know what day he has his motions, what day he has his conferences." So there are many other issues and factors that go into that answer, and that's why an experienced attorney is going to have a tough time telling you for sure, or even giving you a range of how long this case is going to take. So why do I share this quick information with you? I share it with you just to give you an inside look of what really happens in these accident cases, these medical malpractice cases, and these wrongful death cases here in the state of New York. You know, I realize you're likely watching this because you have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York, and you have not yet started a lawsuit because you still have questions that need to be answered, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. You know, I answer questions like yours every single day, and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a fantastic day.